Hey, you know, if you poll society and you talk to enough people, two of the main problems that everyone seems to agree on is the whole notion of the trophy mentality. Everybody gets a trophy, every kid, and also about Americans becoming too PC. What we don't really understand, though, what we haven't grasped, is what the real problems from those things are, and they're not what people think they are. I had a chance to go sit and listen to a speaker. He's actually the dean of McDaniel College. And he talked about that if he could do one thing, this is the dean of a major college here in Maryland, if he could do one thing with every student that came through, that he would fail them in something their first semester. You see, it's not that giving the trophy away produces a society of entitled people. Yes, maybe that's some of it. But where the real problem comes in is it produces a society that is afraid of failure. They've never faced it. They haven't seen it. How do you live past failure? And there's so much pressure to be perfect. There's so much pressure to succeed that the kids nowadays, they're the most drug generation ever going into college. Why do you think that is? It's this unrelenting pressure to not fail. Failing is fine. In order to ever become great, you have to fail a lot. We need to get the notion away from our kids that it's scared, that it's bad to fail, that it's a horrible thing, that they're a loser. Failing is part of life, and it's definitely part of success. We have to allow our children to fail in order for them to grow up into productive members of society that can handle their own and can deal with what life throws at them. The other major problem we have is being too PC. Well, if you look at why Donald Trump is so popular right now, it's because he refuses to be PC. Think about that for a second. Nobody's necessarily getting behind him for strength of his convictions, for his plans. And this isn't a political post. I don't really care whether you support him or you don't support him. But the overwhelming majority of Americans, when you speak to them, the first thing out of their mouth is, well, he's not PC. The problem is he lacks any tact. He has very little taste. He's not cognizant of what other people think and or feel. Why is this a problem? Because we've become a nation that's either so far to the right on being PC that we don't want to offend anybody, or we think all the way over here on the other side, the only way to be real or honest is to be an asshole. And the fact of the matter is that all compromise happens right here in the middle. That's where you have to come to. And if you're scared of offending someone so much to the point that you won't state how you honestly feel, what does that lead to? It leads to building up of resentment in you for the people around you. But on the flip side, if you're so much of an asshole that everything you say has to be rude or it has to be uncouth or lack tact, you're never going to get anybody to listen to you or see your point of view, even if your point of view is the correct one. So as we start moving forward, if we're ever going to move forward, allow people to fail. Allow your kids to fail. Allow the employees to fail. Allow your team members to fail. Most importantly, allow yourself to fail. And when it comes to having a conversation with someone, respect their opinion while holding your own, but it doesn't require you to insult them. This is just the ramblings of an old infantryman.